You're listening to the ColbyCheeZe Gaming Podcast,
your source for League of Legends news, updates, and discussions.
And today is podcast number 22.
Hey, what's up guys? ColbyCheeZe here for another episode of the ColbyCheeZe Gaming Podcast. Today is September 4th, 2011. And here we go. Got a little bit of topics today and a little bit of something new that I haven't done before in the past that I'm going to throw out to you guys, see if you like it. And that's it. Let's just do it. So this past weekend, CLG won the MLG. Are you surprised? Is anyone really surprised? No, not really. Well, you know, it could have been a toss-up. I think that TSM had a good chance as well. But to be honest, they just did not make the right decisions. Reginald picked Nidalee in an attempt to like throw them off, like, hey guys, we're not gonna not ban Nidalee, but then we're gonna pick it. The only problem is that Reginald doesn't really play Nidalee, so he didn't play Nidalee like Hotshot would have played Nidalee. And the other problem is they gave him Cho'Gath, I believe, and Hotshot on Cho'Gath is pretty damn scary, in addition to having Nidalee. So, any case, there goes MLG. CLG won that one. Pretty good stuff. There was some problems with streaming of the MLG. For example, the MLG has this problem with being able to pause games and let the observers rejoin them. And as we know, right now the observer mode is not ready for the general public because of these reasons. This is why we don't have observer mode, because it just keeps messing up and it mucks up and the observers get kicked out of the game. And that's why it just, you know, it just didn't work out so well in the MLG. We weren't able to watch most of the streams because people got kicked out. We had this problem in Gamescom. You saw it. I mean, you watched them. Oh, hey guys, we had to like pause the game. We had to wait for the observers to come back in, and that was the whole deal with that one. But in any case, that's what was happening there. So some other stuff I've been seeing pop up, and I wanted to talk about this, was some of the like new. Not really new, sorry. Some of the champions that are used to be popular or something like that, and they're kind of creeping back up into popularity again. I've kind of noticed that sort of this new meta thing popping out. So some of those that I've been seeing, I'm seeing that we're seeing a little bit more Gragas play. Perhaps we're gonna see the Gragas maybe kind of underground OP. You know, you're gonna see some if you get some really good people like. For example, take Shushay and DreamHack. He did extremely well on Gragas. I mean, he just did amazing. So that kind of play right there just shows that Gragas is still up there. I mean, he had some nerfs, but he does a lot of damage, and he does fall off late game, but he can really turn a fight around if you just, boom, explode their whole team out in different directions. Great champion. Of course, I did do a guide on him. You can check that out if you haven't already. I've also been seeing a lot more Morganas lately. That's pretty interesting. So previously, we had Morgana as just like this really OP champion. Like people just kept banning her, and her shield was really strong. That's why I think. So they tweaked a lot of things on here. I don't even remember all the changes they did, but way back they just changed a lot of things. However, I've been seeing it a lot lately. It's probably due to kind of the shifts of how the game's been playing and the metas and things like that, but also potentially because of the item changes. Like they made all the changes before they added in the Zhonya's Hourglass and the Death Cap. So that could be one reason as well. I've been playing a little bit of AP Morgana lately myself, and I think she's hella fun. And she's really strong. You can just run up and boom, just destroy kids. You run in the middle of a team of people and throw down your ultimate, boom, pop that Zhonya's Hourglass. They can't touch you. Then they're stunned, and then your team follows up on that. It's really strong. And her binding, they did increase the missile speed on that binding, as well as they changed her attack animation, so it's easier for her to last hit and stuff in the lane, which she didn't really have a problem with farm to begin with. It's just, you know, once she got to, like, I think level 5, she can kill the back wave creeps with her W, with her little tainted ground thing, and then at level 7 or whatever, she would pretty much kill everything. So, pretty cool. Maybe making a comeback there. Also, we're seeing a huge rise in popularity of Lee Sin. Everybody's finally realizing the potential of this guy and how strong he is. I thought he was terrible at first, and so did a lot of people, right? So that's kind of cool to see that. Essentially, what's going on is Lee Sin is the new. He runs into the enemy jungle and boom, he knocks stuff out. He can take you out in the jungle very easily. I mean, he's great counter jungle champion. So he runs into your jungle, boom, knocks you out. He can jump across walls. He can, boom, jump all over the place, jump to allies and just fly all over the place. And he's pretty tanky for the most part. He can kind of tower dive you without too much effort. And I don't know, it's just a pretty good champion overall. I really like to see how strong he is. He's going to be one of those top picks in competitive games now. and we're going to have to see if the top teams can adapt. For example, I know that the Odd One was used to playing like Nunu and things like that. That was his trademark, but he doesn't really have a lot of experience playing on Lee Sin, and I believe that is going to show in some of these tournaments. So that's just one of those things where these top champions are kind of springing up, and the players are going to have to adapt. That's the thing about League of Legends that makes it so difficult to be in the top level of competitiveness, is that it's not like StarCraft where everything kind of holds true. Everything changes every 2 weeks in League of Legends, and there's so much strategy that can be placed just based on the different combination of units, or sorry, champions. And every 2 weeks we get a new champion release. So I mean, it's a huge amount to keep up with, and I think that's what makes this game so exciting. Another thing that we could potentially be seeing come back, and I haven't really seen a lot of this, but you know, we could be seeing some more Galio. We're seeing a lot of AoE teams really working out with Fiddle being such a strong champion right now. In addition to having Orianna on your team, having Galio with that, you know, his ults, it's very, very difficult to deal with that. And I think that in some team play games, probably not as much in solo queue, we're gonna see champions like that just be really, really strong. Anyways, those are just some of my predictions, and I wanted to kind of throw those out there, see what you guys thought, and kind of maybe get your opinion on it or something like that. Anyhow, I'd like to go do some question time. I, in the past, have talked about, say, maybe doing this, and so I actually do get a lot of questions every week, and I try to respond to them sometimes when I can, but sometimes I also get the same damn questions all the time, and I just can't really keep up with it all. So what I decided to do is go ahead and just do a just like a open-ended, like I'm just gonna answer some questions that you guys send me on my YouTube, and I'll just answer it right here in the podcast, see what you guys think. So let me open up my little sheet here, and I've got the questions written down. I'll just kind of answer them, go through, and that way you guys know that at least I'm reading. I do try and read like pretty much all the comments that I get. I read pretty much the comments from all of my most recent videos. If you're commenting on like an old video of mine, I'm probably not gonna see it, but I do definitely read all the messages that I get on YouTube, all the emails that I get, and all the comments on at least my most maybe 3 or 4 recent videos for the week or whatever. So let's just start with the first one that I wrote down. Is Cardmaster Gambit wrote, "Yo, Colby, when did you stream?" A lot of people ask me this. This is a huge question I get asked all the time. Hey, Colby, I'm a new sub. I saw you do some streams. I saw the one that that you were doing the other day, and when can I watch you stream? Like, when should I know to tune in? All right, so to answer that right now, like currently, I don't have an official stream time, to be perfectly honest with you. I just turn on the stream whenever I'm playing, and I don't actually play that much. Like, I would stream a lot more, but I'm either busy making videos, or I'm out working out, or making food, or just hanging out with friends. I honestly don't even play as much as people probably expect me to. I'm not like a top player. Like, obviously I'm not in the top, you know, 100 players of all time, because I just don't play enough to be that good. I make a lot of mistakes because I don't play enough. So maybe that'll help you answer. My stream times, they are kind of irregular. However, I do want to do some stuff. If I can get some players to send me some replays, I'll probably start adding in some regular stream time where I'll actually go in and do a specific commentary each day of the week. But that's something I'm still working on. So when I do get a specific stream time, I'll have those up. But you can always expect me to just kind of throw it out. If you're following me on Facebook or Twitter, I will be going over stream times and things like that. Another question from Kind of Gameplay asks, "Hello, how long have you played League of Legends? Because you're making some pretty psycho calculations and strategy when you're playing." I'm not sure what that question's supposed to mean, but I've been playing since beta, and so as far as calculations, I'm not very good at making calculations in my head. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Another question is lunch. "Hey Colby, my name is Riley. I'm one of your subscribers, and I really enjoy your commentaries. I think they're great. I noticed that you live in Lubbock, Texas, and I actually have a tournament there, and I'm wondering if I could come buy you lunch or something." Hey, free lunch? I'll take that in. Wait a second. Didn't I?
It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Whoa, you better not be a creeper, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, if you want to buy me lunch, guys, you live in Lubbock, Texas, you're around the area, sure. I love to meet fans, and pretty soon I'm going to be going to all the gaming conventions and stuff like that, so I'd love to see you guys around in those, and I'm definitely going to be going, and I'll let you guys know whenever I'm going to those and we can meet up. But if anyone lives in Lubbock, Texas, let me know. I'd love to meet up. Next person, Malthor18 asks, hey, Colby, I just wanted to share with you my theory on the reason they nerf support really hard. And he says, I figure the reason they nerf support is because Riot, had planned champions that weren't fitting into the current meta, so they smashed support to allow their new champions to come in and get bought by more people. I don't know if I completely agree with it. I think they changed support because they didn't like the passive playstyle that was going down in the bottom lane. The problem was that healing champions were just annoying as hell to deal with because you can sit there and harass someone to half health and literally within a minute they're back to full health. And it just really defeats the purpose of being aggressive in the lane, and that's stuff that's fun to watch. Riot, I think, is making the right decision here. They want to make their game fun to watch. They want to make it very aggressive. They want to make it boom, 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 always, you know, active, something happening. And so by nerfing the heals on supports and making them more aggressive, I feel like they've made a very smart decision in this, and it's a very, it's just the better thing in my opinion. So it's not because of the new game mode that they're doing and anything like that. Next question, Acidic Whistle. Hey Colby, I tend to play Nocturne or Talon. Just wondering if you had any specific rune setups. I'm at a stump to set up the rune effectively. Okay. Well, I do have a rune tutorial. You can check out my Summoner Academy. People ask me questions like this all the time, like, hey, I have this rune thing, you know, or hey, what runes should I take on this champion, or which build should I take on this champion? My best advice is check out my champion guides. If I don't have a guide for the champion you're playing, I probably wouldn't ask me for builds on it because I don't really know off the top of my head, and I'm probably not going to answer those because I get those questions all the freaking time. If you want a good build, my best advice for you is to go to solomid.net and look for the guides by the pro players. If you can't find one there by the pro player, look for at least a featured guide. That's my best advice for looking for builds and, you know, masteries and things like that. If you can find somebody who's streaming who has, you know, that character up, check out their build as well. Just copy what the pros do. That's my opinion. Let's see. PK Range 25 asks, which Sony Vegas do you use? Is it 9 or 10? Because I watched your editing video and it was 9, but I've been trying to download 9, but not working for me. Okay, well, currently I use 10. My video that I made, which is linked in every one of my videos. By the way, I get questions asked literally every day. Hey, how do you make videos in League of Legends? Okay, I do have a video editing tutorial. You can check that out. It's in the description link of like literally every video I make. I do need to update it a little bit because I do some extra cool stuff now, but for the most part, I use just the newest version of Sony Vegas all the time. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. If you have any questions about making videos, probably don't ask me. I'm not going to answer it unless I'm just in the mood. And other than that, I'll just try and make a video to help you guys out. Let's see. It's Jack and several others. By the way, I've heard you say that in the comments of a video that you never intend to play Dota 2. Aren't you even planning on getting it? Why is it that it puts you off about the idea of Dota 2? Okay. Dota 2, I might like open it up just to take, you know, just to look at it or something. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, the Dota 2 it interests me at like literally no level at all because they are doing absolutely no innovations to the game. They're taking Dota, a game that's been around for years, and they're making an exact replica of that game and just adding like the Steam platform behind it and hoping that it takes off. I'm sure it'll do great. I'm sure China will be big on it. I mean, they're big on Dota. It's huge. I'm sure they'll get a couple of people from Han, Heroes of New Earth, because that game I hear is, you know, it's pretty unbalanced. But that's what Dota is. I have no interest. League of Legends is like 10 times more fun. I've played Heroes of New Earth, I've played Dota, and I really enjoyed Dota back in the day, but I wasn't like competitive in it like a lot of people used to be. I just think League of Legends is way better. They made innovations to the game. They made the game better. Whereas Dota 2, they're not doing anything. It seems lazy to me that they wouldn't try and at least make the game better. They're literally just copying it word for word, and that's stupid in my opinion. I have no interest. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, so like 100 people have already asked me this one question. Hey, ColbyCheeZe, should I get X champion or should I get Y champion, and why? Okay. And they always say something like, I need your feedback immediately. Please reply without delay. What the fuck? Okay, so seriously, guys, stop asking me this question. I'm not going to, like, answer every single comment that I get, which is literally hundreds. What should I get, X champion or Y champion? Just whichever one you like better. Do you like playing assassins? Do you like playing mages? Which one seems like it fits your playstyle? Pick that one. I don't know. You're either going to like it or you're not. I don't think you need my opinion on which champion you should get because my opinion is not always going to be the same as yours. Like, I, for example, like to play solo champions more often than I like to play junglers or bottom lanes or things like that. And so that's the champion I'm going to play. But you maybe like to play supports, or maybe you like to play AD champions. That's just up to you. Anyways, guys, that's it for my question and answer time for this podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know a lot of you guys ask me questions every day, and I love to answer those. And then hopefully this will actually be able to answer it to a lot more people than me just answering one question on my channel. So as far as the next thing that I had a couple of, I don't have any songs this week, but I did have like a little bit of cosplay pictures I found that I thought were pretty cool. The first one is, looks like Skarner's actually doing a little bit of cosplay, and he's dressing up as a dude in Maracas. I thought that was pretty cool. He's like, do, 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 do. Anyways, whoever made that was pretty cool. You can check out the description down below if you want to just watch the whole video of him dancing with his maracas. I also found a picture of a dude. He was like, hey, I got invited to this convention and I have like 2 days and I made this costume. You know what, dude? You made a pretty good costume. Check out this dude in his Teemo Cosplay. That's pretty good. He's got the little things in on his back, and the little dart gun or whatever that thing is. So pretty cool. Good job, man. The other one I found was actually of, I'm pretty sure you guys already know this person, right? Nikasaur, dressing up as PentaKill Sona. Now this is a professionally done cosplay, I have to say. She did a really good job on this. And I really like watching these cosplays that are really well done, because I'm not really one to like dress up a lot. I sometimes I do on Halloween and stuff like that. I've never actually been to a convention, even though I want to go. But I think that's pretty awesome. I think she did a great job, and nice little photo there as well. So good job, Nick. All right. Anyways, I actually wanted to talk about an upcoming tournament that is going to be done over the next 3 weekends. And it's actually a really cool concept that is coming out. It's kind of like if you think of like the NBA All-Stars, where you take the best people from different teams and you mash them up on different teams. That's kind of what this tournament is going to be. It's the Sound Blaster Nations tournament, and basically each country has their own captain. So for example, Canada has got Hotshot GG, and America has got Reginald, and then there's captains in the other countries as well. And pretty much the captains will pick 2 starters to play for their team, and then you're gonna have they're gonna pick like I think 4 or 5 alternates or whatever, and the next 2 people that are gonna play are decided by the forums of the people from that country or whatever. So there's a link here I'm gonna show you. It's nationalesl.com/us/lol/sbnc. And of course, you can just click the link down below. But anyways, that's going to show you all the information on the people playing the tournaments and like the different players from each country. I think it's going to be a great tournament. You should definitely tune in. I'm probably going to have some good people casting with me, either like Tree Eskimo or Atlanta or Chaos or whoever. And we're going to be doing that up live. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely be sure to check out this tournament. I'll be streaming those. It's going to be on like Friday and Saturday. I don't know the exact time. We're still trying to hammer that down with the teams based on when the teams can play, because that's obviously important. So we'll have more information as that's coming around, but I wanted to go ahead and announce that. Anyways, that's my podcast section for League of Legends. I did have some other cool stuff to talk about, though. Looks like this, obviously PAX was just, not too long ago at all. Obviously, PAX and MLG, so lots of cool stuff announced about different games, Diablo 3 and Firefall and some cool stuff like that. So Diablo 3, actually, they were talking about their class resources and how the class resources are going to work, and they announced that since they released their community website, and this looks pretty cool. So they're showing how the like the warrior uses the rage system, and they're showing how the Demon Hunter uses a mix of discipline and I think not rage, or it was like hatred. I don't know, discipline and hatred or something like that. And so most of her like just normal attack damaging abilities use her rage or hatred or whatever, and it refills really quickly. And then her abilities that make her escape and like juke and dodge and stuff use her discipline, and that's gonna be like the slower recharging one. So that's kind of a cool little concept. And then you've got the monk who uses spirit, and all of his normal abilities actually don't cost anything. They just add up, like the combo points and stuff like that. And then you can unleash the discipline, or sorry, the spirit, and boom, do a big range of attacks, or just like finishing moves and stuff like that is what it sounds like. And so, as far as the other one I wasn't really too sure about was the Witch Doctor and the Wizard, I believe. They have, one has mana and one has, I don't know, Arcane Arts or something like that. Oops, someone's calling me on Skype. Arcane Arts, and I was like, I don't know what the difference is. Sounds like the same thing. So anyways, pretty cool resource system all around on that one. So any information about Diablo 3 is cool to me. But the coolest thing is that we did have some leaked screens from the Diablo 3 beta. Someone's showing off some screens of how it looks and things like that. You can check it out. There's this this YouTube channel called, I think, Force SC2 Strategy, and this is where I get some of my info. They always keep up to date and whatnot on the Diablo beta, so you should definitely check this out. These guys do a great job. So they show off like a video of it and some of the leaked screens. But overall, I'm excited about Diablo 3. That means that the beta is just around the corner. Probably next month, we're going to see all the beta invites going out. And I know that they actually just announced that they're getting the emails together for the different fan sites, and they're going to be sending those initial wave of beta invites out for the fan sites. So the final beta that just recently started and they're getting people into is the Firefall beta. They've started off initially with 500 just friends and family, and each person can invite like 1 or 2 people into the beta. So that means they're going to have between, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 or something like that initially. And then as they start to expand, like if you're familiar with the way Google Mail did it way back in the day, and they'll just send out more invites, and it's going to be on an invite basis up until they make it full release for the game. So I'm super excited. Firefall beta. I've been waiting for this game for a long time, ever since Elements showed it to me a while back. My friend Elements, which I'm sure you guys know who that is. But anyways, guys, that's my podcast for the day. That's really all I got to talk about. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll definitely see you guys around for the next one. Be sure to leave me comments down below if you have questions, or send me something on my email, or just straight up on my YouTube channel itself. I'll see you guys around for the next one. ColbyCheeZe. Peace out.